If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast, with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. So download the Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started. And welcome back to the, oh my God, I almost slipped up again, to the BPD pod, the Listen to the Words podcast, formerly known as the BPD podcast, the number 73 rated comedic podcast in all of Cyprus.
Okay.
I had to give that up because I started a new show. So this is a show where every week we pick a song from any genre, even any language, and dive a little deeper into the meaning of the song and how we interpret it as a listener. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're listening to this right now, you probably heard our first sponsorship. Anchor decided to sponsor us.
Yay!
So
thanks, Anchor.
I am making so much money now.
Yeah, right.
Like
but you know, something is better than nothing.
I put in my notice at work.
You didn't. Don't you dare.
I'm over it. No,
Don't you dare.
No. It's a step in the right direction. That's all it is. One day we'll be making millions of dollars, and it'll be awesome. Or maybe we'll take the podcast equipment with us to California.
No. And
then we'll podcast from Cali.
No, we won't have time.
No, we won't.
And it's too big of an equipment. You have to take all the cords and the headphones and the microphones. It's too much.
What sucks is I sold that little portable podcast recorder. I'm so stupid. But I hadn't used it in like 2 years.
Yeah,
so.
You didn't use it at all. So it's like, what was the point?
The last time I used that podcast recorder was when we interviewed Andy from Magic Romance. And then after that, we got the Tascam, and then I got the Rodecaster 1, and now I got the Rodecaster 2.
Yeah.
But we'll get there eventually. We on the previous show, we had a couple sponsors. They came and went.
Yeah.
We made a couple bucks. And hopefully with Anchor, we'll make some decent money.
Yeah.
I mean, not to brag, but I got 18 cents in there right now. I mean,
I saw I got an email from Etsy that my funds were on the way.
Ooh.
$2.51.
Better than my 18 cents.
I know.
So that means I gotta wire you $2 then.
Yeah. And 51 cents.
No, I'm keeping that as a surcharge for my bank account. You can't be using my account like that.
I don't.
I want big figures.
Yeah, well.
We need big figures for our California trip.
Then I need people to buy big ticket items.
Yeah. So, this weekend, we went to Carowinds.
Yep. Carowinds is a local theme park.
If you're
on
in
the North and South Carolina border.
Yeah, if you're from the North, think of Action Park, Great Adventure.
Yeah, it's
Six Flags.
It's more of a fair feel to it.
Yo, straight up, I think it sucked.
Yeah. Like it's all there's very little for like little kids to do, so much so that they don't even like go by. I noticed a lot. They don't go by height restrictions. They have the signage up.
I didn't go on any rides, so I have no idea.
Well, they have the signage up, but like I saw these like little kids way under, and they
were riding.
Yeah, they just ride, and then they put them in there, and there you go.
I wonder if they put them in the big red one that we saw. And the blue one, did they put like little kids on that?
I don't know because I didn't. But
That's
the two rides that we did do,
we did 3. You did 3 rides,
right? But the 2 like coasters we did, there were like little kids that like clearly, like their head was so low, like you could barely see them through like the harness.
No,
yeah,
and they rode.
Yeah,
what if a kid falls out? Then what?
Well, fortunately, the harness that comes over them, they have like a seatbelt thing that locks it too.
Yeah.
So they can't get. I couldn't even get out of it.
I don't. Whatever.
and the one ride that this kid was on, it didn't do any loops or anything, like upside down loops or anything like that. It wasn't anything crazy. It was a very short ride.
Okay.
But yeah, it was way too hot. It was hotter than we thought it was going to be. And then...
Well, it took us about half an hour to get into the parking lot.
Yeah.
And find parking.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, this isn't leaving a good taste in my mouth. I don't do roller coasters, so I knew I was in for a boring day.
Right.
I knew
we
that.
got free tickets.
Yeah, my job gave us free tickets and free parking, so it was fine.
Yeah.
I found a spot, a bench with shading.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
There was plenty of like benches and seats and everything.
I watched Netflix on my phone. And then I think I told you and I told my mom, I'm sitting on the bench. You guys were online for the Intimidator, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. ride.
Yeah, which we never got to go on.
Yeah, it broke down in front. Yeah, right. But I'm sitting there, and this lady comes up to me, and I have my earbuds in. I'm listening to my show, and she's like, "Sir, can you move over?" And I was like, "She ain't talking to me." There's like 18 different. There's like literally benches all around me.
Yeah, that are empty.
Yeah, they're empty. She said, "Can you move over a little bit?" And I said, "Excuse me." She goes, "Oh, I want to sit there in the shade." And I laughed in her face. I was like, "No."
Like, she's like, I'm sitting in the shade.
She's like, and I was like, "There's literally 4 benches, like in my line of sight. There's 4 benches right there
in the shade."
And no, and she's like, "Oh, but it's not in the shade." And I was like, "Okay." And her husband, like, I think her husband realized that she was turning into a Karen and grabbed her by the hands, like, "Okay, honey, let's go." And she's like, "No." I was like,
"You're literally already sitting in the shade." Like, I'm sorry.
I'm like, I've been here for 45. Like, I've been here half an hour.
Yeah,
because that's halfway through my episode of my show, and I was like,
"Yeah."
And this woman wants me to move.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no. And out of principle, I was like, I'm sleeping here tonight. This is it. Like, I'm staying here. When you guys came off the ride, I'm like, I still want to sit here for a little bit. And so you guys did that ride, and then, well, it broke down, so you didn't do the ride. So when we went to another ride, and I sat over there, I sat on the concrete, a brick little ledge, but then I waited for the sun to go over the benches and then create a shade, so I ran over there. And that was fine and dandy.
Yeah.
And then when I went to go sit by the store, I'm sitting there. You guys were on some other ride. You were gone for like about an hour because I watched another episode.
Yeah,
of the show.
we were in one line for a long time, even though it was a short line.
So I'm on that one. I'm sitting there and I'm watching my show, and 2 little kids sit next to me. What?
He's like acting like he sees something.
He's been seeing things a lot today. It's freaking me out. But anyway, so I'm sitting there.
I'm hoping it's not a bug.
I'm sitting there, and these 2 kids sit next to me, and they start talking to me. And I'm like,
well, you have that face.
I'm just sitting. He's like, I got Dippin' Dots. And I'm like, that's cool. I got the chocolate Dippin' Dots. It's like, that's fantastic. He's like, they're so good. And I'm like, cool.
Just stop talking to him.
And then I was like, okay, cool. So I went back to my show, and the grandmother, because I heard them say Mima, and the grandma was like, oh, are they bothering you? And I was like, no, I'm just watching my show. It's cool. And she's like, let's go. She dragged him off. I was like, all right, whatever, dude. I was like, I just want to sit here. And then we did the carousel together. That was the last ride. And I was like, you guys want to do anything else? You're like, no, let's go home.
Yeah. Well, it was hot. I was getting really tired. It was just because, okay, so here's the thing, and I'm going to sound so stuck up right now, but I don't care.
This is usually the case.
I know, but I don't care. And now he's eating a piece of, Bruce is eating towel. Okay, anyways.
Go ahead, proceed.
So, okay, so once you've been to Disney or any like big theme park, like even Universal, there are, there's stuff to look at in the lines. Okay. Mm-hmm. There's like, just the architecture that they do, like the little hidden details of the theme of the ride or whatever. Carowinds is not like that.
Carowinds was like...
And I'm not knocking on Carowinds for those locals that listen that really love Carowinds. That's fine. If that's what that's fine. I grew up in Florida, and that Carowinds, it for me is like the South Florida Fair.
Kelly's like, there's better out there.
There is better out there, but for some people, that's what they can do, and that's fine.
She said, y'all poor people need to go to Disney and experience the good stuff.
So then... so it's like at Carowinds, there's like literally nothing to look at but the people in front of you and behind you. And at that point, you're staring.
Even when I was sitting there, I people watched for a while I was watching Netflix, and I was like, this is kind of boring.
it's just like, and like, there's not a lot of shops, you know, there's not a lot to do other than roller coasters or the water park. Like, that's pretty much it.
Oh, it's plenty to spend on food.
Yeah, and the food's disgusting.
$50 for three sandwiches. That sucked.
Yeah.
It was weak.
Yeah.
But
and you can get more food at a better value at like Universal or Disney.
So work actually gave us these tickets for free, and then next year, hopefully next year they'll give me like it had the choice of whitewater rafting or Carowinds. I went Carowinds because of this. And Kelly's going to go beat up our dog, Bruce, that's acting a fool. Of course he's eating a towel. Our dog. But anyway, my job actually provides us with quote-unquote family day tickets. So this year, they usually do a thing on site, like a barbecue, and we do like a fun run. Or they rent out it's equivalent to Dave & Buster's that's locally. And they rent that out. We play all the video games for free. But this year... with COVID and all that fun stuff, they decided either Carowinds or whitewater rafting. And the girls wanted to do Carowinds. Sophia had never been, so we decided to go Carowinds. And hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And Kelly's finally back from messing with Bruce. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So
I'm back.
Like I was saying.
I heard what you said. But yeah, it was just like Carowinds was fine because... You know, Sophia wanted to do some roller coasters. Because we're getting ready to go to California and do some roller coasters in Disney. They have a few, not a lot, but a few. And so she's just like wanted to get herself prepared for it, I think. Mm-hmm. And she did do a couple of fast rides. Like Intimidator was a pretty big one, and that was going to be the first ride we did. But when we stood in line, like we were there for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, like it broke down. So we went and rode something else, and then we got hungry. So then we ate, and then we went and rode something else, and then we decided to go ride another small ride.
It was a Snoopy ride or something like that?
Yeah, the Snoopy one was the one we rode first, and then we did the Kitty Hawk. Which was like where your feet hang.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was called, was Kitty Hawk. So we did that. And she liked that one better than the Snoopy one because the Snoopy one is like a wooden roller coaster. It was real jittery.
It's probably the first one there.
Yeah. But wooden rides are like that. Wooden roller coasters are like that. They're very jittery. But the metal ones are the ones that are a lot smoother and they don't like jar you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an experience, you know.
I've been. I won't go back.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Even Sophia says, she's like, I don't care if we go back.
Next time I'll just like, hey, just give me money.
Yeah. Or give us like tickets to Biltmore.
They do Biltmore every so often. So hopefully next time it'll be Biltmore because that's more enjoyable for all of us. Well.
And the other problem I had with Carowinds was that it took these people forever to get people in and off the ride.
Yeah, but you remember we're in the South.
And to like go, like let the ride go.
We're in the South. Everybody moves at a slower pace.
I know. I'm like, come on. It's like I would see them and they'd be sitting there in the ride for like 5 minutes before they take off.
Yeah.
So that's why the lines would take so long.
Yeah.
So like that's why Kitty Hawk, the queue for the ride is not that long.
It's just the wait time.
It's the waiting for people to, and then like there will be like empty slots for people to like go and get into like where they want to sit. Mm-hmm. And people are just standing there like looking. I'm like, can y'all just
welcome to the South.
Pick a spot. It doesn't matter where.
But
it's the same ride.
We went.
Yeah, we went.
And it
was whatever.
It was a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I said, we won't do it again.
No.
But this coming Saturday, we're going back to Charlotte.
Yeah, but this coming Saturday is an even better one. And
we're going to IKEA.
Yeah. I think we should do a podcast on it.
I think we should.
I think we should do an episode like our experience and our take on the show.
We are going to go see Ice Cube, Wu-Tang, and Bone Thugs. And Bone Thugs.
And special guest star Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. Totally not the case. We are going to go actually see Andrew McMahon and the Wilderness. And he's headlining the tour with Dashboard Confessional.
Yep.
And their opening act is Cartel. which I thought they had broken up a while ago, but they're reuniting, which is pretty cool because I like Cartel. So we're gonna go see them on Saturday. My mother's freaking out because we're gonna we're gonna be driving back home from Charlotte that night, but
Like,
hotels are expensive.
yeah.
I think a lot's going on in Charlotte this weekend.
And we don't need to spend that kind of money right now.
No.
Like, we're trying to save our money for Disney and not, overspend.
Yeah. So we'll report back probably in a week or two. Maybe on Sunday we'll record the episode and I'll post it.
Yeah. Well, it's fresh in our minds.
Yeah, we'll record it on Sunday after we come back. So this week's episode is "I Will Wait" by Mumford and Sons. Do you have the document open?
I do.
Okay, cool deal. Tell me about "I Will Wait."
So, like you said, this is a song by Mumford and Sons. They are a British rock band. It was first released in the U.S. on August 7th, 2012, as the lead single from their second album, which was called Babel.
Can you imagine? That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
This song came out 10 years ago.
I feel like I had this album, or maybe I just had it digitally.
I think you had digitally because
I think somebody had.
Crystal probably gave it to me to burn for you.
Yeah, and now I don't know where it is because that's a really good album.
I just got 6 months free out on Apple Music. If you go to bestbuy.com and type in Apple Music, it'll come out to $0. Add it to the cart, and they'll email you a link, and you click on the link, and it'll give you 6 months free.
So I can do that myself. Like I don't have to.
Yeah, just go to bestbuy.com and then add that to the cart and just quote unquote buy it, and they'll send you a link within 45 minutes. That's what I did last night.
Okay, I'll have to do that because I don't have like any
Streaming thing.
Yep. So
the song sold 153,000 copies in the United States in its first week of release and became their highest charting song in both the US and the UK to date, peaking at number 12 in both countries. It also reached the top 10 in New Zealand, Ireland, Canada, and Scotland, and was voted into 5th place in the Australian radio station Triple J's Hottest 100 of 2012. You just threw the dog across the room. What was he doing?
No, I don't like him by the chords because you know how he's stupid, and he would probably chew them. So
the song is playable in the video game Guitar Hero Live. You know what? I've been craving, I don't know why, lately, to play Guitar Hero again. I don't know why. Like,
it's not as good as it used to be.
What?
I don't know. I guess the last one that we had
was Guitar Hero Live, I think.
But yeah, and I don't know. Like, I couldn't, maybe it's just me.
Well, it also was that we were living with my mother.
My
mother lived with us, and it was just too much stuff happening at once.
Well, and I couldn't figure out how to use it, like how to get to the. I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to get to the songs and how to play like the story, like not the story, but you know what I mean. It was a story. The mode. Career, or whatever.
Story mode.
Yeah, story mode. So I don't know. I couldn't. I love playing Guitar Hero. It's fun.
I may have to look it up and see if we can find that.
I kill it, Guitar Hero, man.
No, you don't.
On easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you press 2 buttons, you rock out.
On easy.
Yeah.
I do better than you.
You're a guitar pendeja.
Yeah, exactly.
GP. Guitar pendeja. Anyway, this song appears to tell the story of a man fighting through troubled times to be with the person he loves. Many people actually believe that this is a religious song. It has religious connotations.
I can see that.
But Mumford and Sons has denied the presumption that the album is a statement of faith. They said, "We don't feel evangelical about anything, really, other than music. Spirituality is the word we engage with more. We're fans of faith, no religion. We're just writing songs that ask questions. Sometimes the best way to go about exploring a question, things we wouldn't necessarily talk about in conversation, is by writing a song."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I like that.
Yeah.
But I could see the connotation, but that's what's beautiful about music is that you can interpret music in any way you want. Mm-hmm. Like it could be, we were listening to Limp Bizkit Break Stuff. Maybe that's a religious song.
I kind of doubt it.
Give me something to break. He's talking about. Give me something to break.
What happened? Stop. No, you stupid. Don't be so stupid. I kind of sound like Cardi B.
Oh, God. And I sound like Britney from the Chipmunks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're so stupid.
You're so stupid.
You're mad dumb, yo.
Let's put the...
Oh, whoa. You must.
Stupid,
All right. What were you saying? Before we got
I have
sidetracked.
no idea. Oh no. So we're watching music videos on the TV.
This is let's preface
Preface.
it.
Yeah.
Preface.
Preface it.
You preface it. Our Samsung TV has a channel. I just stumbled across it one day. It's Samsung.
It's the greatest thing ever.
It's like Samsung Live TV or something like that.
but it's music.
But the last 4 channels on the last 6 channels on it are 90s, 80s, relaxing, pop, Latino, R&B, hip hop. So it's like 7 or 8 channels.
and like country.
Yeah. Just call it 10 stations.
Yeah.
That just play videos all day long. It's what
music videos.
MTV used to be.
Right. And VH1.
Yeah.
Before reality.
Yep.
Reality TV.
I put it on while we were eating dinner, and it's introducing Sophia to different songs.
So the edited version of Limp Bizkit, what was the song
Break
called?
Stuff.
Break Stuff. Okay. I'm not good with titles of names or of songs. But
Titles of names? Yep.
Yeah, titles of names. Titles of songs.
That's my name. My title's a name. Hey, Bruce, what's your title and name? He's like, yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
But anyway, so there's a part in the song where it like revs up
Yeah.
and then it just like goes. And so I start like headbanging at the dinner table and Sophia's like, what is wrong with you? She's like, should I be concerned?
Yeah.
But that's like, it's a good song. Like I really,
is.
I enjoy that song. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
I'm like a chainsaw. What?
Yeah.
Okay. So we, at this point in time, we are going to end this segment here. We might end the show here too. Well, I mean, it was just pointless to talk about this song. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, at this point in time, we're going to end the segment. If you're listening to us on Spotify, what was that?
I didn't think you'd hear it. No,
I didn't hear.
No, I was drinking water and my lip caught, so it like made a fart sound.
Anyway, at this point in time, we're going to stop. If you listen to Spotify Premium, you will hear the entire song. If you listen to Spotify Free, you're going to hear about 30 seconds of it. I do not select the 30 seconds, but for the most part, it's been playing the chorus, which is pretty cool.
At us.
So don't come at us. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, you will not hear any song at all. You're going to hear us come back and start mumbling about stuff. So with that being said, we will be right back. And we are back.
Better than ever.
So let's just get something off our chest.
Oh, jeez. I
let
don't
me
even
get it.
know. I don't
So,
even know what's going to happen.
Our next door neighbors.
Oh, yeah. We really have problems with neighbors.
Well, okay. They have teenage daughters.
Yeah.
Okay. They have.
We think they're daughters.
I think they're there.
I don't know.
They're just,
they could be cousins.
all right. How about this?
I don't know.
There's
Whatever.
4 girls
There's kids.
that are over there that ride an ATV
Yeah.
at all hours of the night
Illegally.
illegally because they're underage and they're riding it on the road and almost causing accidents.
Yeah.
So the authorities were called. We won't say who called them. They've been called twice, not by once by I don't know who.
Yeah. Somebody else. Somebody in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
like 4 cops showed up and they talked to the parents, and we figured, okay, it's done. It has to be done
Yeah.
because there's 3 girls riding on this thing and they're driving like maniacs and they're bound to die.
Yeah.
They're just bound like
And then they have a kitten, a
Yeah.
teeny tiny cat.
that follows them while they're
It
riding.
follows them around. I swear to God, they're gonna like run over the thing.
Someone's dying.
Some
Either a child or a cat is gonna die.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they ride this thing and they start screaming and they ride it all hours of the night and it's
Yeah.
like 10 o'clock. I gotta get up early in the morning. I gotta get up at 5 to go to work. So the authorities were called again, and someone spoke to the police chief, and they told him to call at 911 and say it's not an emergency and just can you send some cops?
I think
out?
we talked about this.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Me.
They got- yeah.
It was me. I did it.
so they came and they finally shut it down. But now these girls just ride the ATV in their backyard.
Yeah.
Their backyard is behind my office / my podcast studio. So I'm watching these idiots right now through my window, through the slats of the fence, just them doing donuts in the backyard.
Yeah.
And it's not even their house.
Yeah. They're renting.
They're renting. So they just now these same idiots, the oldest one, I witnessed this firsthand.
Yeah.
Her get in her parents' car, put the car in and drive into their deck.
Yeah.
I
The front
witnessed
deck.
the front deck.
Front porch.
I
Whatever.
witnessed this firsthand because I was cutting the grass and I'm looking, I'm like, I don't think that girl could drive. And then boom, and I was like, oh, someone's gonna die. But anyway, these girls are dumb as rocks.
Yeah.
The other day they were running outside a thunderstorm. Like we had thunder above our house, and it was literally just running around,
pouring down rain,
and they were running by the trees, and I was like, these girls just have a death wish.
Yeah, and their parents don't care.
No, they could care less.
They could care less.
Yeah.
So I'm contemplating something else.
What?
Calling the owner of the house.
No, don't even bother. Their lease has to be up soon
Because
we got here.
It's been a year.
Well, we got here. We moved in a year on Friday.
Yeah,
and they moved in like a month or two after us.
Yeah,
so their lease must be coming up soon.
I hope so, because God, they're horrible.
But then again, who's coming in next?
Yeah.
So is the devil you know or the devil you don't know?
Yeah.
This one we know what we have. We're gonna wake up one morning. I'm gonna wake up one morning and go to my car, and there's gonna be a whole like hair and skin all across the street in front of our house.
Look, I just don't want them to like drive into our fence.
Oh,
because I will be completely.
Oh, the second they drive into my fence, they're gonna pay for my fence. They're gonna build me a pergola up front.
A pergola,
straight up. I'm gonna say, yo, that damage is $3,000. And you're building me a pergola.
Yeah.
But yeah, these girls are something special.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
have nothing in my hand, Bruce.
So our dog Bruce Wayne is biting on Kelly's hand because he's mentally challenged.
He's like pulling.
He is. We adopted him from a special needs town. Bruce had a helmet. He came with a helmet, with a special needs helmet. So he's my special boy.
No, we got him in
Union.
Union.
We got Lily in York, Bruce in Union.
Yeah.
Penny in Spartanburg. Tommy in Queens. Patches in
Boynton Beach.
So
okay, well, anyways,
yeah.
But Bruce is he's a puppy still. He's a year old.
Yeah.
But so he's a puppy, and he just likes to bite and
be stupid
and play, and it doesn't like it hurts, but he's not doing it maliciously. He's doing it to just
don't touch my face with that hand.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
I hope so, because that's like I've seen him.
Because I got marker on my hand.
I've seen him lick things.
Stop, Bruce.
I've seen him lick things. He's gonna bark now. But anyway, so what do you like? Do you have a favorite part of the lyric?
The favorite part of the lyric?
I got distracted because I really thought they were gonna run into the fence. I saw the lights.
Oh no,
coming this way because I always see them go that way.
Right,
but this time look behind you. You'll see it. You see the lights?
I can't see at this angle.
Just lean forward this way. You literally can't miss it. They drive, and you watch. Oh yeah. I'm sorry for the dead air, but it kind of freaked me out because I'm looking and I see lights. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die.
Yeah, because they ride a little close to the fence.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, our fence sits high. There's a dirt path down there that is low.
Oh, okay.
So if they ride up into our fence, they're literally going to fly over the fence and end up in here.
Oh, great.
And then I burn their house down. So,
no, I like
when he goes, I came home like a stone. I fell heavy into your arms. Like you've had a long day and you're just like, some days I just feel like a rock. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't fall into your arms because you just probably let me fall.
Gee, thanks.
That's the way you are with me.
Yeah, okay.
If it was Bruce, you'd catch him.
No, I like the part where he says, now I'll be bold as well as strong and use my head alongside my heart. So tame my flesh and fix my eyes, a tethered mind freed from the lies.
I can understand why people think it's a religious song.
Yeah.
Because that right there almost sounds like I'm dropping everything on my higher being, my God, my whatever.
Right. Well, and then he says, yeah, like what he says next. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. I'll kneel down, know my ground, raise my hands, paint my spirit gold, and bow my head, keep my heart slow.
This is a straight up religious song.
Yeah, I can see why people believe that, but really you can interpret it as anything that like you're just, he's at his wit's end and he's just like, please,
I will wait for you.
Yeah.
And I love, the chorus is literally, I will wait for you. I will wait. But with the music, it just fits.
Well,
perfect.
And it's like what? It's like a banjo or something that they're playing, I think.
They play different instruments.
Some sort of like, I think it's like a banjo and like some other stuff.
It's a British banjo. It's a banjo. It's a banjo.
Oh God. But yeah, it's just the way they put their music together like with all their different instruments. It's just really cool to listen to.
Yeah. There's a few other songs I love of theirs. And I just had a brain fart. Which one is it? I think it's called 42, maybe. That's a really good song. I love that song. It was on This Is Us. I'll play it for you when we get off the air. But it was on This Is Us, and that's how I found out. Because I heard the song, I was like, that sounds like a Mumford and Son song.
Yeah.
And then I did the Shazam on my phone. It was one of their newer songs.
Their band name sounds like a furniture store.
I was gonna say like a tailor, like a suit store.
Yeah, or a suit store.
Or a lawyer's office.
Yeah,
Mumford and Sons. In New York, we had PC Richards and Sons.
Mumford and Sons at Law.
Yeah, we had in New York PC Richards and Son. It's like a Circuit City.
Yeah,
like for New York City, like their own version. But I was like, oh, and Sons.
Yeah. Or like a moving company.
Yeah. Mumford and Sons.
Sons.
Mumford and Sons moving. Your dog is so at attention right now watching them ride that ATV.
He's really a pretty dog.
He kind of is.
He's like so handsome.
He's like dumb as rocks, but he's cute.
He's so stupid. He's stupid, but he's smart.
Oh, that dog's he's smart and quick witted.
Too smart for his own good.
Yeah, he is. He knows we're talking about him too because he keeps looking this way.
Yeah, and like he just knows.
Yeah.
He knows certain words.
Like if I say
one more than other.
If I say
others.
If I say he's my good boy, he's a good boy.
His ear twitched.
Right. But anyway, so it's a good song.
It's a very good song.
It's one of the songs that we like and we actually listen to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But we just sing along. I will wait. I
know.
But I was talking to Gino at work, the guy I work with. He loves Mumford and Sons.
Yeah.
He's really excited. They release new music soon, so hopefully they do.
Oh, really?
He heard that through the great, like he told me like on Instagram or something that the guys were Mumford, Mr. Mumford, the head guy,
the lead singer.
Yeah, MF. We'll call him Mumford, MF. He's working on some solo project, kind of.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully he'll pump out something. He'll be like just instead of Mumford and Sons, it's gonna be just Mumford. Mumford minus the Sons. That would do that.
Yeah.
Mumford and no Sons.
Mumford and no Sons.
But yeah. A few weeks ago, by the time this posts, our episode about Genesis released.
Yeah.
Our cousin. I was really nervous about that episode.
Yeah.
Really nervous because
you didn't have any reason to be.
No, I was nervous in the sense that I was afraid that I didn't do a good enough job.
Do it justice.
Because to do a 35, 45-minute podcast on my cousin that I've known for 29 years.
You don't want to rush it.
And we didn't rush it, but I felt like we should have done more. But in the end, we could sit here and talk for 25 hours, 26, or forever, and it still wouldn't be enough. But we got good reviews.
We got the point across.
My aunt and uncle called me and they said they loved it. They all the entire family sat down and listened to it, which freaked me out. When they sent me a picture and they were like, "Oh, we're all sitting here in my tia's house." Oh no, they were in Ashley's house. So we're all in Ashley's house listening to the podcast. I was like, "Who's everyone?" And it's like
everyone.
Everyone.
The entire family.
And I was like, "Oh,
minus
man.
who lives here."
Yeah. So they all liked it, which is what I'm glad they did.
I knew they would.
It was something that we did out of love. It was painful to do.
Yeah.
But it was it's a good song to talk about, and it was good to talk about Jen.
Yeah.
So we're glad.
It's good to get it out, and it's cathartic, you know, too.
Yeah.
So, and I knew they would like it because I didn't feel like it was rushed, in the sense that I know we could have done more.
Yeah.
But we said what we needed to say.
Yeah.
And it got our point across of the person Genesis was.
I think at some point in time, eventually, I'm hoping that we can make this happen. It's either at some point we're going down to Florida, or when family members come up. If my cousin Ashley, Genesis' little sister, comes up, we could do an episode with her and just talk. Or if when we go down there, I could bring the equipment with us and we could just split off a little time and just do a quick episode.
Yeah.
What in the world was he doing?
Stretching.
That way we can kind of get another perspective of Jen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And just kind of do, stories about her. Because, I don't know. I mean, I've known Jen since she was,
17 years, so she was 29, so she was 12.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to say this. I have an ottoman in my office, and he was on the ottoman chasing his tail, and he fell off chasing his tail, and he's still chasing it.
He's still doing it.
What an idiot! All right, but
This is what we mean. He's an idiot, but he's smart at the same time.
he caught his tail in midair.
He did catch it.
But eventually, I'd like to do that. Just have people come in, and we could talk about Jen, and just it'd be nice.
Yeah. Or we could.
He's walking with his tail in his mouth.
We could, still make it about music too, and like a song that maybe reminds them of Jen, or a song that they, have a good memory attached to her, or whatever, or even if it's like a bad memory, if it's like a memory where like they were mad at each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Because in the end, people always think of the best, but sometimes you just butt heads.
Oh yeah,
You just butt heads. Like me and you have been butting heads for like the last 2 weeks. Just
no,
we've just been fighting for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it's because you say stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, what was it that I said at Target? Oh wait, I remember what I said. When I said the old lady was walking past, I was like, "Where do they keep the?"
Oh yeah,
and she's like. When we go shopping together, I make random comments and
very loudly,
and Sophia it drives. He ran to my
no,
table.
he stopped himself.
Oh, he stopped himself. I make random things and it drives Sophia nuts. But I'm like, you have to get used to it, honey. It just is a joke.
I just walk away. That's all I do.
But then I scream after you and say, "Why do we have to fight this way?" I like to make things awkward. But with that being said, I think we shall wrap it up there.
Okay.
I mean, do you have anything else to say?
Not really.
You didn't even want to do this episode anymore. You're just done with the show.
I said that I wanted to do this one because I like Mumford and Son.
You were like, I'm done with this show.
Yeah, well.
Do I have to find another co-host?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. Nobody likes me. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
I'm unlikable.
You can just do it with Bruce. He's still chasing his tail.
Oh my God. All right, so the show Instagram is Listen to the Words Podcast, all one word. The email is just listen to the words pod at gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. I got a whole bunch of new followers after the Jen episode, which is cool. A whole bunch of people, and some people DM me and say, "Hey, look, that was a really good show. We enjoyed that."
Yeah.
And you described Jen down to a T.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, awesome. Thank you very much."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Hey, we have a whole bunch of other episodes. Listen to them all."
Yeah.
Listen to the words. Now, Jen has some good-looking friends, though. Because I'm looking through my thing.
Jen was a beautiful girl.
Jen was a knockout.
And they all, wanted to, be her.
One of the girls I looked at, and I oh my God, hon, I looked at her and I was like, is this Jen? It really bugged. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks just like her.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at my Instagram. I'm like, why are all these pretty girls requesting to follow me? and I'm like, okay, sure. And then you see it shows they followed by such and such. I saw it was Ashley, Stephanie, and my aunts and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So it's not just
it's
some
not
scammer,
some random,
not some scammer or adult site. Like, hey, buddy. I was like, okay, they're actual human beings.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you want to promote your stuff?
Instagram and Etsy is Crafty Kelly's Workshop. Crafty with the K. Kelly is Kelly. I'm going to be putting some new sticker images on there. So yeah, check it out.
Ben, you just faded quick on that.
I didn't. Well, I didn't have anything
stickers
else.
and stuff. You're like abort mission. All right. So eject. Anyway, so with that being said, you want to sign off?
Music is the soundtrack of your life.
It is actually.
Yep.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Mm-hmm. It is.
You know who said that? Dick Clark.
Really?
Yeah.
He died, right?
I think so.
R.I.P. Dick.
I don't remember.
We miss you. Come on the show.
That's another thing we used to say on the other one. Come on the show.
Come on the show. I listened to this podcast called Hey Babe and Taste Buds.
Yeah.
And they Sal Volcano from the Impractical Jokers will say, I know he goes, like, let's say you're talking about Ryan Gosling. And he goes, Ryan Gosling, if you're listening, and we know that you are, come on the show.
Come on the show.
So I'm going to say that from now on.
Yeah.
So Jason Momoa, if you're listening, I know that you are.
We know you are.
We know that you are. Come on the show.
Aloha.
Yeah. Mahalo. I'll split up a big piece of the couch for you to sit on because the guy's 8 feet tall.
I know.
He's a monster.
God.
So All right, then. Well, I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
All right. Hasta luego, guys.